friends, welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to Clash of Code with viewers. We have a very special episode because Clash of Code now supports 100 players in a game. So this is going to be really fun. There's going to be a ton of people that can play in each individual game. If you're new to Coding Game and Clash of Code, you can visit codinggame.com. And the thing that we like to play is Clash of Code. So this is a somewhat competitive, but also very constructive, and we learn a lot, game where you can compete in programming against others. There's fastest mode, so who can be the fastest to solve a problem. There's also shortest, so who can be the person to solve it with the fewest number of characters. And there's also reverse mode, which is who can, you're given the inputs and the outputs, and you have to figure out what to write based on those inputs and outputs. So this is going to be a fun time, because a bunch of us can play. It used to only be 12 people per clash, but it's 100, so we're going to see how it goes. Welcome, everyone. Hello to JC Marin, and Andrew, and Paul, and Ifsies, and Ed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, yeah, no, don't click if you've already participated. Yeah, because we used to have to, like, self-police. Like, if you already played one game, try not to play this game. Yeah, and 10th place might not feel so bad anymore. 10th out of 100. And hello, Jan and Andrew and Harrison. Yeah, 100 slots. And I believe they just released it, like, last night. I got a message from the community manager of Coding Game. Shout out to the community manager. Yeah, and more updates coming for sure. I am rested. Yeah, I slept for most of Sunday. But yeah, thanks for asking, Aaron. Yep, John. So many slots. Yeah, and there is a general voice chat channel on Discord if you do want to join that and chat with. Though, mods, like, shoot me a DM if there are any weird permissions, because I don't think. I think you must at least be a what do you call it? You must at least be a seedling to be able to join. Wait. No, general chat looks locked down too. I don't know. Maybe it's just mods for now. But yeah, and hello, Majestic Guy. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, more updates coming. Just you wait and see. Just keep using the website. Yeah, I'll discuss the rules in just a second. Yeah. What's the var type other than const? Let. L-E-T. Let. That's it. Yep. 100 slots are available, somehow related to the fact that the CEO of Coding Game watches your streams. I know the community manager watches as well, but yeah, one of the CEO tweeted my channel, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and hello, Krish, welcome. Oh, DT is starting a clash. You can go ahead and join that one if you'd like to. And hello, Elite Rose, welcome. Okay, I can adjust the mod setting. The thing is, I have like these really weird permission settings on Discord where I have to do it manually because I didn't exactly sync it with the general channel yet. If you want me to do that, let me know right now, and I'll take a few seconds to do that. And hello, Pop. The sheep. Oh, Alicia, you have a new. Wait, did you have a Twitch account? Regardless, that's a cool name. What's up? Working, so I can't participate, but I look forward to viewing. Oh, thank you very much. Here's the thing. I was trying out some of the public clashes this morning, and they were so hard. So hopefully they're not too hard this morning. Yeah. Oh, that's not so bad. They get harder, though, John. They get harder. And hello, One Line of Me. And thank you for the congrats on the 42K. And hello, V. Jabishek. Welcome. Yeah, we'll discuss the rules in a second. Only see the top 5 solutions? You should be able to see everything. And hello, GamerCat Nico. 6 retweets. Hello, Prashanth. Cool. Voice chat is fine now? Cool. Yeah, it looks like there's somebody who's not a mod that is in there. Yeah, so if you want to chat during the clashes, you can join that channel. I'm not going to be in there because I am streaming. Maybe I will one day? I don't know. And hello, Chaspal. Welcome. And Win320 Day. Welcome back. Merchant says, I totally have an assignment due tonight, but I can't resist Clash of Code. It's addicting. Once you start trying to solve these and competing, it's really, to me, it is like a game. Like, I don't really play video games that much, but I do like to code, and I'm pretty good at coding. So, yeah, Clash of Code is addicting. And hello, FL Matt. Welcome. And hello, Depopom. Welcome. There's a problem with 100 slots. Games will take forever to start because it skips to 10 seconds only if the game is full. I can click Start Game if nobody is joining, and I'll probably do that. And also with 100 slots, it'll be a little bit trickier to review everyone's solution, so I'll only most likely, I might skip around to see people's solutions instead of looking at all of them. And hello, Parker, welcome. And hello, Leon. Pretty soon I'll be switching to streaming only on Twitch. So I am streaming on YouTube right now. But right now I'm trying to get everyone that usually watches on YouTube, I'm trying to get you used to the fact that I'm going to be on Twitch, which is why I'm not looking at YouTube messages. So if you send your message here on Twitch, I can see it. And also, you can play the drop game here on Twitch. All right, let's go without further ado for the first private clash with, look at all these slots. Look at all those. All right, let's go. And yeah, now all I have to do is just share the link. Got to stack up on bids, yeah. And anybody can join. Anybody. We don't have to limit it. Welcome Harrison and Jan and Krish and Plop and Code. Holy cinnamon bun. Yeah, that's a good call, Infi. We can show like the top 10 solutions, or I can look for people solving it in languages that I don't normally look at, like Rust or Lua or different things like that. Python and JavaScript seem to be the most popular solutions. But yeah, and the other thing that I found is there's actually a plugin you can install in Chrome. It's an app and an extension where instead of using the Clash of Code editor, you can use your own IDE. So I'm going to try doing that today. For one, it makes the code a little bit easier to see because it's bigger. And I get all of my editor shortcuts and stuff like that. Hello, Yataic. Welcome. 50,000 channel points. CJ has to rickroll himself. It'll be once I enable channel points, it'll be really fun to come up with what are all the different prizes you can win and stuff like that. And hello, Colio, welcome. How many plays? I don't know yet. I haven't done one with this many open slots. So, we'll see. If I join, I'm going to get the 100th rank. Oh no, don't say that, Deborah. You try your best. And good morning, Yazija. Doing pretty good. I don't know. The extension I saw, there's a forum post. I'll show you where I found it. And thanks for the follow, JM Esrin. Twitch uses more bandwidth. Yeah, so right now you don't really have. You can choose your, what do you call it? Your bitrate, but there aren't that many choices. And if I become a partner, there will be more choices. So there's that. And hello, John. Welcome. And hello, Florid. Welcome. Oh yeah, thanks for that, Jan. Yeah, we're all here to have fun. That's the thing. It says it's competitive, but we have fun here. And hello, Super, and Not Blue, and Florin. Yeah, are you joining this one, Florin? And hello, Roll, and L, and Roll. Okay, so here's how this works. And hello, Jim, and thanks for the follow, LHDMI. Here's how this works. This is currently shortest mode. So we have to read this problem description and solve it with the smallest or the shortest number of characters. And you can see in the editor on the right, it tells you your code size. You want that to be as small as possible. So you can take up to, in this case, 14 minutes, but the timer starts at 15 minutes to solve the problem. And comments count. So you want to make sure you remove the comments. And usually what I like to do is solve it first with like very verbose code and then try to shorten it down, just because it can be hard to solve it like that. Okay. The other thing, if you want to use this extension, click on settings. For one, you can do things like increase the font size, so that's pretty cool. You can choose a light theme or a dark theme. If you turn on expert mode, that actually enables you to enter in your own inputs and outputs, which is pretty useful. And then also, I am going to use an external code editor. So let me turn this on. Download from coding game to a local file. And I've already synced it with the file before. So what that just did is it copied the initial solution code into my editor here. And so now I can use VS Code. It'll sync back, and then I'll run the code directly on coding game. All right, we've wasted 2 minutes. Let's see if I can even understand this problem. All right, your little brother is playing with toy blocks, conveniently all cubes. Oh no, it's like a geometry math thingy, I think. Okay, okay, we're gonna try our best. He decides to build an X unit long wall with his blocks, such that the wall is a straight line. His style of building can be represented within queries that would allow him to place one block at every unit between A and B, representing the ranges at which the blocks are placed on the wall, inclusive. When queries overlap, it means that the blocks are placed over each other. Also, to make it easier for you, the ranges are zero indexed. Your task is to find the lowest and highest heights on the wall, not their location, but the height measured in blocks. Yeah, so Doc isn't in the chat, who usually gives me like tips on how to solve things. He's not here, so yeah. Oh, cool. So there's a Firefox version. And hello, everyone else that joined. I gotta focus, though. We only got 12 minutes, and this seems very tricky. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to figure out, let alone get it in the shortest number of characters. But here we go. So n is the number of queries, and x is the length of the wall. So, like in this example, we have 3 queries, meaning, okay, there's gonna be 3 lines here, and the length of the wall is 10. Okay. And then the next n lines are a and b, inclusive range. So place 1 block at every unit between A and B. So if it says the length of the wall is 10, and our first input is 0 and 4, then I believe that means we place a block at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then we place a block at 2 through 6. So actually, at index 2 of the wall, if it's 0 indexed, the height is now actually 2. And then 6, so 2, 3, and 4 would all be height 2. And then 5 and 6 would be height 1. Here's my break timer. I think I got this. I think I can figure this out. Because we're basically like stacking blocks, one by one. And then 6 through 9 would have placed it on 6, which now has a height of 2. But the maximum height is 2, and then the lowest height is 1. Okay, I think I can figure this out. I think. Okay. So here's what we do. So n is the number of... Wait, let's see. So on Coding Game, readLine is this built-in function that's going to read in the input. So that's going to read in 3 and 10. Okay? We split that, so we have n, which is the number of lines upcoming, so that's our for loop, and then we have x, which is the maximum length of the wall. So here's what I think we should do. I think we should create an array. We're going to create an array that is of length x. So we'll say wall is array.from. Well, not array.from. We'll say array, and we can pass in the length x, and then we're going to fill it with zeros. So this should give us an array that is of length x with 0. So initially, the wall is 0 height at every... Super hard to understand. I think I got it, though. So initially, the wall is 0 height at every single index. And then we read in each line, so 0 and 4, which means we need to increase the height of the wall from indices 0 through 4 by 1. So we get A and B. So let's create a for loop that goes from A up to B. And I think we're going to do less than or equal to because we want to fill that space. And then we can say wall at that index plus plus. Like that. And so we're choosing the 2 indices. We're increasing the height of the wall at that range. And then after the end of it, we have an array and we need to pick the highest and the lowest spot. All right, see you later, Aaron. Thanks for dropping by. First time here. Yeah, we're going to do more feathers on the channel pretty soon. All right, and then if we just print the wall, I think we're close. So I'm going to play the first test case just to see what my wall looks like. Inputs has already been declared. Oh, because I called it const. Let's just call this line. No, we'll use... Come back. We'll use F2 to rename line. No, that didn't work. Oh, well. We'll get there. We got plenty of time. I think we've basically solved it. The problem we have to solve now is what is the highest and lowest point in this array that we just created. Cool. So this is the height of the wall at each index, and we just need the max and the min. So we need to print math.min of our wall and math.max of our wall. All right, here we go. Nice. Okay. So that just goes to show if a problem looks scary, you just gotta break it down. You just gotta try and understand it. And eventually you'll get there. So we got there. That's great. Raven looks like they did it in Python in 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Oh, I totally forgot! This is shortest mode! Oh. Dang it. No. Good morning, Carolinda. I forgot to refactor. Okay, well, you know what? It's oof. You all have to remind me. All right, I guess I wasn't looking at the chat. Dang it. Okay, I didn't refactor. All right, it's early in the morning for me. I've barely had any caffeine. So, hello, Campanucci, welcome. Next one. We'll get the next one. So all you gotta do, it should be fairly easy to beat 378 characters if you know how to solve it now. But dang. I need more yerba. Yeah, let's drink more yerba. I was just so excited that I actually understood the problem. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to laugh at me. That's what makes this fun. Yeah, Pavan, I guess, are you Raven over here? Yeah. Oh, no. Go back. Yeah, both of the first submissions forgot that it was shortest mode. So I'll show you what that looks like. So basically, we need to take this code that is now working and turn it into something as short as possible. So basically, we can. And the easiest thing to do is like rename our variables. Like let's call that. I want to call it I, but my for loop is already using I. Let's call it in, like that, lowercase n. And then we can remove consts. We can remove the spaces here. Here's a trick. Actually, I'm not going to reveal my trick because we might get another shortest mode. So we'll leave that line. And actually, because this line is an array, we can actually destructure it. So this will actually give us back in and x, like that. And then we get rid of these two lines. And I believe if we wrap this in parentheses, we don't have to specify const or let. Spoil it. Hey, don't spoil it! Don't spoil it! Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat. Time to refactor CJ's code and submit. Hey, come on. All right, and then wall, let's just rename that to be W. W. Get rid of the spaces here. No semicolons. We're going to have like a really short for loop. The thing is, do we want to use a for loop? And hello, Mark. Welcome. I'm spoiled at it. No spoilers! Come on! I don't know if I missed any other chats. This clash blew my mind. Hopefully my explanation made it a little easier to understand. Because, yeah, the problem statement was tricky. Alright, we're going to remove let here. Do that. Get rid of the spaces. This is just for our own sake. No, okay. Alright, I'll wait until everyone has submitted before I show my shortened solution. An alternative to the for loop, we could potentially do a while loop. We could figure out how to do maybe a reduce or a for each. We could get it way short. Look at this. Okay, so Andrew did it in 183 characters. Andrew is really good at this. So we're not going to look at their solution right now. Oh, thanks. I stole your code. Yeah, just wait for me to explain the problem in human words. All right, let's do another one while people are competing on that one. And so anybody that just joined, yes. Okay, so Dark Army, you can try to join this next one. I slept almost all day yesterday. So yeah, I'm super charged. I'm ready to go. But for those of you that are just joining, look at this. 100 slots in a private clash. So I'll send this link over and anybody can join. There are no limits. I mean, 100 is the limit, but I don't think we're going to meet that. But while we're waiting for everyone to solve this one, there's 3 minutes left on that challenge. Yeah, 100 slots. We'll attempt to do another one. And please remind me if it is shortest mode because I totally messed that one up. So to play, you just click on the link and you'll need to sign in. You can sign in with GitHub or a few other things. And then when the timer runs down, we get entered into a challenge. Now, I will say, right now, we cannot choose the difficulty. So it's very possible that it's a very hard problem, which is unfortunate because it's not that great for beginners. But you can always try. It doesn't hurt to click join, try to understand the problem statement, and then try to solve it. But let it be known that some of these can get pretty hard, and don't get discouraged because there are easier ones. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. When do I get part? I don't know. I'm just waiting to hear back from Twitch. Got to try it in Rust. Yeah, go for it, Yakko. And then there are 3 different modes. So either it's going to be who can solve the problem the fastest, who can solve the problem in the shortest amount of characters, which I completely and totally failed because I didn't try to shorten my answer. Oh, reshare the link. Yeah, yes, I can do this. You have 33 seconds. Here you go. Thank you, Majestica. Much appreciated. So fastest mode. There's also shortest mode and then reverse mode. Is there a spot for cheering? I mean, you can still like. There's so many slots. You're welcome to just join and or not join. Actually, I believe if you don't join, you get to see the leaderboard and see like as people solve the problem. Oh, and there's David. Are you still streaming right now, David? He might be. All right, we're about to begin. Yeah, and this is really good for learning new languages too because they support a ton. So I'll show you. All right, so this is fastest mode. I got to talk less. But I will show that you can specify any language in this list. I'm going to use JavaScript, and I'm going to go ahead and sync this. Oh, wait. I don't want to lose this code. Let's make a copy. Wall. Okay. So, yeah, and I'm going to use this to sync it. All right, so we have to do something with a tweet. Maybe this will be easy enough. All right, in order to make your tweets more understandable, you need to replace the long, complicated words by kafiv. Don't know what that is. Your task is to replace the longest word starting by C in a tweet by kafiv. So we find the longest word that starts with the C and replace it with this word. Does anybody know what this is referencing? Kafiv? If no words start with a C, put kafiv at the end. Kavfefe? Oh, okay. They're making fun of that person, which we do not name on this stream. Stop it. Don't say it. Put that at the end. If multiple words start by C and have the same length, choose the last to appear in the sentence. Okay, so that's where it gets tricky. So first off, we are given a tweet. This is the tweet. We have to find... actually, we have to find the last word that starts with a C. Oh, no. The first word that starts with a C. But if there are multiple words that start with a C, then we have to choose the longest word. Regardless, let's try to solve this fairly simply at first. So we get the tweet. What I'm going to do is split it on spaces. So that way we get each individual word. And then actually we'll just map this to look at, well, should we map it? We're going to do, actually we'll just do find. Find? No. Reduce. You know what? We'll just use a for loop. So let's put this in an array called words. And then we need to iterate over each individual word. So we'll just do a for loop that goes from 0 to the length of the words array. And then we're going to get each individual word. So that's words at I, and we'll say if word at 0, so that'll get the first character. Oh, you passed them all. So there's that last edge case where if multiple C words appear, then you have to account for that. But we're going to do the simplest case first. So if the first letter in the word is equal to C, then we are actually going to replace, so we're going to say words at I, or words at I equals that kafiv thing. Kafiv? Kafiv. And then at this point, we actually want to break out of the loop because we want to replace the first word. Now, what I think we're going to need to do in our refactor is keep track of where all of those words are and then choose the longest one to replace. It's pronounced kafifi. That's okay. And then I think we just print out the tweet. So we're going to say words.join back on a space like that. All right. Let's see if we at least get the first one. No. I have good coffee of spray tan. Wait, what are we supposed to print out? Oh, I don't want return. I want break. Because return will exit my entire function. So if I just say break, then it's going to break out of the loop, but it will still print it out. There we go. So that one works. But we have to handle the case with multiple occurrences of a letter C. So... yeah, in this case, we just replace the first one, but we actually want to replace... let's see what it says in the problem description. Oh, wait. Oh, and we also have to check if no words start by C, put kafiv at the end. So let's take care of that. So we'll say that replaced equals false. And then if we did replace, so we'll say replaced equals true. And if we did replace... oh, if we did not replace, then we'll say words.push kafiv. And let's put this in a variable, the word, so we can reuse it. The word, like that. And then, so if we didn't replace anything, we're just going to push it into the end of the array so it appears at the end of the sentence. All right, so we handled that. If multiple words start by C have the same length, choose the last to appear in the sentence. Okay, bird is the word. Yeah, so that's what we're about to do, Nuno. So we did the basic solution that replaces the first one, but now we need to keep track of the longest one that begins with the C. So let's say like longest index equals -1. And then we, instead of actually replacing the word right here, we can say if that starts with the C and, oh no, not and. And we're not going to set replaced yet because we have to do another iteration. So we'll say if that word starts with the C, actually we'll do and. And let's put this in a variable just so it's a little, and that's fine. So if that word starts with a C and word.length is longer than the longest word, we'll have two variables. Longest word length is 0 and longest word index. So if the word.length is greater than the longest word length, then we're going to say the longest index is equal to I. Cool, so we'll do one pass of the array. We don't break. So we do one pass of all the words to find the longest one, and then after we've found the longest one, we'll say if longest index does not equal -1, and really that takes care of our, we don't need this replace variable anymore. So if the longest index does not equal -1, then we can say words at the longest index equals the word, like that. Else, we're going to put the word at the end. All right, here we go. That works. That works. Oh, no. Oh, we need a space at the end. We need to push, can I do 2 things here? Nope. We need to push a space. Wait, do we? Push the word. Longest isn't set. I don't want a space. What was I doing here? Oh, we don't want it to have a space at the end. I see. Okay, so we can say words at words.length -1 plus equal the word. All right, this is the winner. Yes. Share my code. All right, I got 5th place. No, oh, no, I should have got 4th place. No, 75%. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. I agree. There are a lot of different ways we could solve this. We could use a reduce. We could we could shorten this code. We could spend hours making this the most beautiful code we've ever seen. But when you only have 15 minutes, you just do what works, and you do what makes most sense on the first go. All right, let me catch up on anything that I missed. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that meme, so that's the thing. I got 75%. And hello, Impromath Music, welcome. Yeah. And there are extra tests after you submit. Yes. So we have the test cases in our editor where we can try things out, but what am I trying to say? But there are more tests when you do the final submission. And hello, Plexile, welcome. Why not track the longest word position and its length? That's what we did, but it broke somewhere. We'll have to figure out where it broke. And hello, Bob, welcome. Bird's the word. And thanks for the follow, Ryun, welcome. Reduce might be much clearer overall. It might be cleaner, but we wouldn't have been. Oh no, our place is gonna just keep pushing her down. Yeah. So Nuno says greater than or equal to. Yeah. So that's what I want. Yeah, greater than or equal to, because I need when I see that word again, I want it to be the last one. So that was our issue. Thank you, Nuno. I mean, I didn't look at the chat, so I didn't get it. I only got 75%, but that's it. I have a pen. I have an apple. Wait, what? Yeah, longest isn't set. I don't want a space. So here's the thing. It's okay to take time. Like, this is a somewhat of a tricky problem. I think especially like if you tried to solve this with a reduce on the first go, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to think in like really weird ways to figure out how to structure that. Whereas, like, at least myself, like I think in for loops. Like to turn something into a reduce, I have to think a little bit harder. So for me, I just think in iteration. But we're trying to do it the fastest possible. Yeah, thank you, Acid Spark and Nuno. I didn't figure it out. We could have used a template literal. We actually absolutely could have, instead of just adding it onto the end. Well, no, actually, I had already turned the words into an array. I guess technically I didn't need to use the array. I could have used the variable that got passed in and just put the word on the end of it. That could have worked too. Yeah, Nuno's got it. I should have. The thing is, if I look at chat, isn't that kind of like cheating? Like nobody else that's competing gets that advantage. So yeah. So I didn't get all the test cases because I was missing this greater than or equal sign right there. That was the issue. Yep. And hello, Domi. Welcome. In pieces, they did it the simplest way ever. I'm happy to see. It's not integrated, but I have an extension. I'll show. Oh, I can't show you right now, but there's an extension that will sync the solution with a local file, so that way I can edit in VS Code. Beautiful code is the code that is easiest to read. Yeah, not necessarily the most clever code. Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go back. We're 2 minutes behind on chat. Give me time. There are a lot of things happening. I'll show you on the next challenge how you can find that extension. But you also could just search coding game IDE extension. You might be able to find it. There you go. Impy's got it. Wait for all the tests next time. I wanted to be the first one though. Hello, Lakshman. Welcome. Reduce is cleaner, but I don't get it. Longest word. Oh, I didn't update the longest word length. Thank you, Nuno. Yeah, so this actually should have been a word.length. I had multiple mistakes. I didn't have an equal sign there, and I didn't update that. All right, on the next one, we're going to take our time. We're going to do our best, and we're going to get 100%. And thank you for the follow, Daltretta. I didn't. You caught it. I did not update that. I should have updated that. Shortest code for all clashes. Interesting. Cheat. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at everyone's code really quick. And thank you for the follow, Super Shah. And, oh, I'll take a look at it right after the stream, Depopom. And thank you for the follow, Domi. I don't know how reduce works in nested items. You would have had to have had potentially a nested reduce or a nested find. Yeah. Take your time and hurry up. I don't know if I get the reference, but it's still funny, and I've heard that term before. Okay, let's go back to the first clash. So, this is the first one we tried to do. See, that's not bad. I got 7th place, but I totally forgot that I was not supposed to, or that I was supposed to make it the shortest possible solution. And I didn't do that. So before I look at everyone else's solution, let's look at my initial solution here. Where basically, you have a wall, and you have to lay down bricks on that wall, and on each iteration, there's a certain section of the wall where you lay down bricks. And yeah, so this is what we did. And let's try to make it as small as possible and then compare it with some of the solutions that we'll look at in a second. So I think here we'll do A comma B, because we can destructure this split instead of setting 2 different variables. And we actually don't, in JavaScript, we don't have to parse them as integers, because when we do the less than, greater than, though the plus might break. So we need to parse that as a number using the unary plus. And then let's make this even smaller. So we can get rid of like the let here. We can get rid of the space here. We can remove the spacing there, get rid of the semicolon, get rid of that. Get rid of the spacing here. Yeah, there are 100 slots. We're gonna do, it'll probably be like 5-ish minutes before we do another challenge, because I'm gonna have to review all the solutions and such. But yes, we're gonna get there. And then print and print. This is kind of my shortest solution. This probably would have worked. Who knows though? Actually, I probably would have had to wrap this in that. And then here's the trick that I didn't want to say out loud. So in JavaScript, you can use, so Andrew has it. You can use a template literal and treat the split function as a, oh, and I can remove the curly braces here. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I could make this a for loop on a single line like that. But yeah, so in the latest version of JavaScript, there's this thing called the template string. And you can have tagged template literals, which are functions that a template string gets passed into. Remove the curly line, new line before the curly too. Oh, yeah, let me do that because that matches with the previous one. Space after, yeah, and then we can get rid of the space. So yeah, that very verbose solution that I wrote could have been written like this. Template literals. So when you do this, it's like you're passing split as a template function in here, and it just works in the same way too. And so we can do this too. And it removes 2 characters because we can use that instead. So that's most likely my shortest solution. Array x.filled and oh, you have to pass in 0, otherwise it'll fill with undefined. Yeah, that's a tricky thing there. I think it'll fill with undefined. Maybe it won't fill at all, but you do need to pass in 0 there. Yeah. Wrong way around. The plus plus works since it casts it to an int. The comparison with B will break those same character. So, does plus plus cast this to an integer though? I don't know if it does. This would be, I thought this would get converted into plus equals 1, and if J is a string, then it's string concatenation? I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna look at people's solutions. And there's an equal sign. Yeah, there's a space. Yeah, so there's a lot we could have done to make it shorter, but let's see what other people did. So Kobe, who streams, check them out. Can one of the mods shout out Kobe's channel, Saints Plays Things? I guess Saint Plays Things is a mod himself, but he could shout himself out. Is he going to? Let's wait and see. Who shouts out Saints Plays Things? Wait for it. Wait for it. Is it going to happen? Oh, my bot isn't running. My shout out bot is not running. So that wasn't going to work. Let me start it. That's helpful. Yeah. Samwise, Gardner, Twitchbot. There we go. Somebody, yeah, thank you, Depopom, for linking, but can somebody do that shout out command? There we go. There's his channel. Check him out. He's a mod here on the Coding Garden. But let's see what he did in 162 characters. Whoa, enhance. Read the line in. Now, okay, I'm not going to share that trick that I just did. But split it, store it into 2 variables, fill it with zeros. You know, this is just my solution. You watched me solve it, and then you made it smaller. But this is basically the same thing. And I guess Kobe is saying we actually didn't have to parse A as an integer. So apparently, plus plus will actually cast this string to an integer. Yeah. Cool. So Kobe solved it in the exact same way that I did, but of course they shortened their solution. So let's see if anybody solved it different. Which did it in 163 characters in Python. Let's see. So get in and x from the input. So in Python, at least on Coding Game, input here is the same thing as readline, and then we split that into an array, and then for every item in that array, we cast it to an integer, and this ultimately returns 2 values or a tuple, and then we get back 2 values. No, this is not a 14-hour stream. I have to go to work in about 30 minutes. So but yeah, so we get back in and x. Then we say, look at this. This is how you create an array filled with zeros in Python. That's really, really useful. Create an empty array with only 0 inside of it, and then multiply it times the length. And that's going to give you back an array of that length with zeros in it. Very interesting. And then, yeah, so I think that's what a lot of people did. They're like, oh, just let CJ break down the problem, and then you can solve it. Okay, so then we go from I all the way up to N, so that's how many lines we need to read in. Then we read in the line, store it in A and B, so that's the start and the end index that were on the wall. And then from A up to B plus 1, we increase it by 1. So it's the same approach, just with Python, the same approach that we use with JavaScript, but in Python instead. And then in Python, apparently you do not have to spread an array into min and the max functions that are built in. Whereas in JavaScript, the min function accepts a several number of arguments, so we have to actually spread that array to the function call. but apparently you didn't have to do that in Python. And hello, Larry, welcome. I wrote a comment. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to get. We'll look at everyone that actually got a score, and then we'll pick a couple from people that didn't finish. All right, let's see how Harrison did it in 169 JavaScript characters. Very similar. You could have saved some characters, so the tabs and space, or if they're spaces, these actually count as characters. So you could have removed those. Yeah, and thanks for the shout out. Though, wait, is my team shout out bot not working? Shouldn't it be shouting out the team members? Samwise Gardner Twitch bot. Is this the right bot? Oh, I need 2 different bots running. I totally forgot. I have my team detection bot. Ugh. So many different bots. I need to consolidate them. There we go. Can you just say hi really quick, Larry? It should the bot should automatically shout you out. Yeah, hello, Brandon. Yeah, I got plenty of rest. I slept all day Sunday. There we go. Larry is also a member of our live coders team. You can check out his channel there. This is like managing microservices. Basically, I need some sort of containerization system that spins up all my bots and all that stuff. Okay, let's look at what Andrew did. It looks like everyone just stole my solution. So I think I solved it for everyone. I feel like if people didn't see my solution, they potentially would have come up with other ways of solving it. But, or maybe my solution is the most obvious. I don't know. But let's see. Read it in, split it, and then... Oh, this is super interesting. So instead of just destructuring, we take that split array and turn each value into a number. Though I don't think you actually had to do this. Okay. Nice. That's good to hear, Saints Plays. Cool. Because you solved it in exactly the same way. But... this is interesting. So instead of, basically we split, which gives us an array of 2 strings, and then we map that and pass it into the number function, which turns both of those into a number. And then we have the same solution. All right, let's try to find somebody who did it in a different way. Sasankt did it in Python. Let's take a look. Looks to be very similar. So we use this syntax to create an array of that length with a bunch of zeros in it. And then... yeah, instead of plus equals 1, we can take the current value and increment it by 1. Very similar. All right, let's see how Raven did it in 217 characters. Interesting. You could have shortened this line, Raven. So this is what people did with like bracket array 0 times the length to create an array of zeros, but this is the long form of that. Oh, thank you, Larry. Yeah, the drop game is fun. I will mention really quick, it was invented by Instafluff. Can one of the mods shout out Instafluff? He invented the original drop game. I just created my own version of it, and then now we're here. Now we're here with just dropping emotes. Yeah, check out Instafluff. He streams every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yes, Instafluff is great. Yeah. Let's see. I'm missing a bunch of chats. Hide my screen while solving. It's not as fun, though, because there are people that aren't participating. So, yeah. The icons in my iTerm are just a badge. So if you go into your preferences, and then click on appearance, wait, no, profiles, and then it's this thing called a badge. You can set that to be whatever you want, and I have mine set to be emojis. I thought the description for the Clash was poorly worded. I spent a few minutes trying to understand it. Oh, in Shell Codes, you might have just dropped. I don't know if you sent a message, but check out Shell Codes. They are also a member of the Live Coders team. And welcome to the show. Okay, so this person did it in Python, create an array of zeros, iterate up to the length, grab each value, increment by 1. Very similar solution. And then we saw mine. I was so quick. I was so quick to just submit. Hello. I was so quick to submit that I didn't actually shorten my solution. But I think I get the most points for most readable solution. How about that? All right, so let's see what everyone else did. If you do want me to look at your code, click share code. We're just going to see. So this is Matt. They did it in Python in 9 characters, but they got 0%. So let's see what they did. Is it safe? It's safe. No time. Okay. All right. And Yataic did it in 208. Let's see. They tried. I wonder what went wrong. Read it in, grab each value, fill the array, iterate, grab each value. Yeah, I'm not sure what went wrong. Maybe, oh, they might have ran out of time. Yeah, that's why it said 15 minutes. All right, and then John also ran out of time. They were trying to do it in Java. Let's see where they went wrong. Oh, that was Python. That P? Oh, no, was it? Oh, no. So, so you saw that P invoke. What they did was they used parseInt. So they reassigned parseInt into a variable called P, so that way they could call parseInt multiple times and save on characters, because this particular challenge was solve it with the least number of characters. So basically they just reassigned it. Yeah, no worries. And they did the same thing with readline, which also shortens it. But yeah, let's see who tried to do it with Java. The thing is, Java, C++, C#, usually those solutions are very, very verbose, so it's hard to make them the shortest. But you might have gotten there, you just ran out of time. Read it in, grab each into... Oh, actually, was that code already set up for you? Because when you read in the first line, that first line is a single string separated by spaces. So it was already there for you? Okay, so that's curious that next int, I guess, will separate the spaces for you, built into Java. Okay, so then we have all the integers. And we grab again, a next int, which is going to be the start and the stop in the array. And then we get it from the array list and increment it. So I think you missed right here. That should have actually been I, not 0, right? And I guess in Java, if you get something from an array list that doesn't exist, it will automatically set it. If not, then you probably need to fill this array list with zeros first. That might have been where you went wrong. I'm not totally familiar with Java, so I don't know. Okay, so that was that problem. This next one, which I only got I got 10th place. I got 75% for. This problem was the tweet problem. So you were given a tweet, and you needed to replace the longest word that begins with the letter C with the word kafiv, which is apparently a meme that I didn't know about. Yeah, it could be that it returns the element mutable so that you can override it. But if not, then that was also an issue, because you would have had to retrieve it and then set it and override it. But I'm not familiar with array lists, so I'm not really sure. It just gives the element. Okay. And let me catch up before I keep going. And thanks for the follow, Lakshan. Much appreciated. The drop game is tired. There is a 90-second timeout, so every time you drop, you have to wait 90 seconds before you can drop again. I'm going to be streaming for roughly 15 more minutes, so we probably have time for about 1 or 2 more clashes. No. Maybe. Imagine assembly code golf. Yeah. And thanks for the follow, Matrachan. Array lists are amazing. Code golf in J or Jelly? I haven't heard of those. Interesting. I should have a bot that's sending messages over to YouTube. Is it still going? Yeah, it's still going. If you look at the live chat, it's still sending a message to that we should go watch on Twitch every now and then. Hello, Metron from Georgia. It's the morning for me. I'm about to start my day of work. Kafiv? Kafivi. If the element is not there, it automatically gives 0. Okay, so that would have worked. Yeah, we're gonna try to do at least 1 more clash. We might get to 2. Oh, thank you, Domi. Much appreciated. And hello, Jeff. Yeah. That's the new awesomeness, Larry. There are 100 slots in public games. So yeah, all right. So this problem, you have a tweet. You need to replace the last word that starts with the C, that is the longest word that starts with the C, with this word kafiviv. So let's see how Imphi did it in JavaScript. I hope this is not a word. Wait, what? Okay, so they did it in an interesting way. Split up the tweet so you get all of the words, so split it on spaces, and then we're going to filter to find and see any word that starts with a C. Interesting. So we have the array. We're going to find any occurrence that doesn't start with a C. And then if, what is LL? Oh, 0. So this is like a global variable that we're reassigning to be this is like maximum length. So if the maximum length is less than or equal to this length, we're going to set that length, and we're going to set the word that should be kafiv to be the word that was in the array. Cool. And then we just replace... no. We replace, I hope this is not the word, with... No. I see. We're finding the last occurrence and setting it to, I hope this is not the word. Then we replace, I hope this is not the word, with the actual word. And then if it's still the initial value, then we just put it on the end. That's a really cool solution, Infi. Great work. Dominic. Nice. And thanks for the follow, Killer. And thanks for the follow, Mustafa. Much appreciated. I'm from Poland, and it's 5:30. Nice to see fellow coders from Eastern Europe. Yeah, I think this is a good time for people in Europe to tune in and watch. And thanks for the follow, Arnex. Wait, what? Something about toilet paper? Okay, let's see how Kolios did it in Python. So we have A and B. Let's see what those variables are for. Ooh, enumerate. That's very interesting. This is built into Python where you can pass in an array. So we're splitting the tweet, I'm guessing on spaces by default because we didn't have to pass that in. And so now we have an array of words, and we enumerate that, which is going to give us probably the word and the index. Yeah, so No. So maybe this is the index and the word. Variable names are hard. But if the length of the word is greater than or equal to our longest length, I guess we're storing that in a variable, and the character starts with the C, then we set the longest length to be the word that we just found, and the current index to be J. Yeah, so I feel like you should have called it IJ, but who's to say? Because they are just variables. But this is the index and then the actual word. So this is similar to how I solved it. Basically, you iterate over the whole array, and then you try to look for or at least how I tried to solve it. I messed up. I forgot to do this. I forgot to set the last word length. But yeah. Okay. And now, if we actually found the longest word, then overwrite it. But if we didn't find the longest word, we need to just put that word at the end, and we're done. Very good. All right. Amr did it in Python as well. And it looks like they did the same thing. So they have the index and then the longest length. We're using enumerate. I've never seen anyone use enumerate in Python before. That's pretty cool. I always see them do like range and then access, but this is kind of like for of or for in, one of those two in JavaScript where you actually get access to the variable in the for loop. Okay, if it starts with a C or a capital C, I don't know if you had to do that, but yep. So similar solution in Python. David did it in JavaScript. Yeah, so there we go, a for in loop. So a for in is going to give you the value of each thing inside of that array. So we're storing where is the index, what is the maximum length, we're iterating. Great, similar solution. All right, Mark 7 did it in Java, got 100%. This will be fun. So we read in the tweet into an array. A for in loop is a for each loop in JavaScript. Yeah, so the for each loop, a for each higher order method is going to give you a variable with the value of each thing inside of the array for sure. Okay. Where can I find info that I'm streaming online? I don't really have a schedule right now. You can know for sure that I stream every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. GMT minus 6. Other than that, it's kind of just when I have time, like before work and when I'm awake. You could also, if you follow on Twitch and you have the Twitch mobile app, you'll get a notification. If you join the Discord, I always send a message in the Discord that says I'm going to go live. So you can do that. All right, let me catch up. Catch up. Thanks for the follow, Athgar. And hello, Bold. Welcome. A bug. Oh, the Slenderman. Yeah. We tried to fix that during my really long stream so that people can't drop really big images because like that. Stop doing that. It makes the screen look weird. And thanks for the follow, Kai Postco and CG Nico. There is the Coding Garden app. It's currently in beta. I haven't really even touched it, but I am working on a mobile app where you can turn push notifications on, and I send out a push notification every time I go live. And thanks for the follow, Shellcodes. Much appreciated. I am very optimistic. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Slenderman is back. Mustard. Ketchup? Mustard. Okay, let's see how it was done in Java, and then we'll do one more clash, because I do have to go. Okay, so we're storing the maximum length and the maximum index. So we have max, which is the maximum length, I'm thinking, and max I, which is maximum index. I think that's the case, but we'll find out. What's with the Slender? That's so weird, right? Isn't that weird? Stop dropping that. I'll try to look at Andrew's solution, because he is a mod. Okay. Iterate over the whole tweet. Grab the current word. If it starts with the 0 and the length of it is greater than the max length, then overwrite it. And then also overwrite the max index. Awesome. So this is great to see because pretty much every solution we've looked at so far, except for Infi's solution, has done it this way in Python, JavaScript, and Java. It's just written in that language, which is a little bit different. You can make it look like it's eating anything. Come on. Yeah, so there's that. And then what does this do? CC. This is a method called CC, which are we using this anywhere? Maybe it's just a utility function that they give you, but that's interesting. All right. Quick stretch. Yeah, I will remember to do that, Depopom, because yeah, I saw your pull request. Imagine it eating a carrot. And thanks for the follow, Petrocast. Okay. Andrew did it in 75%. Whoa. Okay, this is way different than what we've seen. But that's probably why they got 75%. So replace the tweet. We have this regular expression. Can we figure out what this regular expression does? I don't know, but let's see. So we want to match C followed by one or more word. I don't know what the /B does in regex. And then this is like optional matching. Is B a break? I feel like you would use white space for that. Hello, Portal Gaming. Welcome. Here's a useful tool, regexer. Okay, let's try that. B is word. Okay, word boundary. So when the word is done, right? When we're at the end of a word. Okay, so this is matching any word that starts with the C, but here I think this is where you went wrong, or where it went wrong, because it's matching in the middle of a word, and you don't want that, right? I think that's where that regular expression went wrong, Andrew. But that's really cool. So find that word, replace it with coffee, and if you didn't replace it, add it at the end. So that's really cool. All right, let's do one more. Yeah, it didn't match. Oh, okay. Here we go. Last one of the day. Get your clicking buttons ready. And you can go to codingame.com to sign up. And like I mentioned, there are 100 spots. So most everyone that wants to join should be able to join. Let's try to break a record. Let's get as many people as possible into this clash. I want to see lots of little faces. Minimize that. Here we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at all the people. This is going to be awesome. We're stress testing their servers right now, I bet. Well, you know, they probably stress tested it themselves, honestly. But welcome, Larry, and Depopom, and Infomath, and Infi, and Jojon, and Raven, and Harrison. You tried to scroll. Oh, yeah, so the join button, I guess, is probably at the top now, because there's so many slots. Wow. Oh, is this Tabad, who's the welcome, who's the coding game community manager? Nice. Look at all the people. This person, I guess, is also from Coding Game. Welcome, welcome. Oh, look, Coding Game, they're here. Everybody wave to Coding Game. Hello. Domi is Ninik. There's a lot of people. This is awesome. All right, you have 45 seconds. We're gonna keep this open. Keep joining. Can someone share the link again? I guess I can share the link. Yeah, here we go. Coding Garden has invaded CJ? What's next? And what's up, One Pocket Pimp? How's it going? Hello, hello. Wave, wave, wave. Wait, what? All right, how close are we to filling it up? I think we're more than halfway. This is pretty good. Thank you, Domi. Much appreciated. They just released this last night, or like early this morning. 100 slots. So this is great. Here we go. Here we go. Last chance. All right, fastest mode. You gotta be the fastest. So let's go. And I'll show you really quick how I get my challenge locally. Let me rename this to, well, copy it. Nope, 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 nope. Tweet. And we'll call this, yeah, challenge. Okay, so I have this file on my local computer called challenge, and then I've installed the extension. So if you click settings over on the left and scroll down to use an external code editor, it'll give you a link to where you can download the extensions. But if you turn that on and then download from coding game to a local file, that's going to sync the initial version of the file. So now if I look in my editor, I have the initial code that I can use here in VS Code. So that's what I'm going to do. Now let's read the problem statement. Okay. And let me check my messages, because I'm going to have to start working soon. Okay, here we go, here we go. You ask your friend if you can borrow a sheet of paper for the pop quiz that your teacher just announced. He takes out his journal and writes the title of the quiz at the top left. Okay. But then your friend does the unthinkable. He tears the page from his journal without using the perforated line, so that your paper ends up looking like this. Okay. What a ripoff. You decided to pull out some scissors to try to salvage the biggest rectangular square area on the page without losing any part of the title. You decide to keep this portion of the page. Right. Okay. That's 42 units of paper space. Hey, 42. I quit. No, we're going to get this. We're going to try to figure out what this is asking for. Okay. So, yeah, this is the initial input. Things are ripped, and then basically we try to find the item with the biggest area. So I'm thinking it's like, it has to at least be the first four, right? And if it can't be if the, yeah, it has to at least be that. Okay, keep this portion of the page. Wait, why are we missing? We're missing an entire section of the page, right? The second row? Maybe that's a bug or typo. Now give any ripped sheet of paper with the title at the... Now given any ripped sheet of paper with the title at the top, what is the biggest area you can get for a rectangular section that preserves the title? And already Kobe has given up, and Luis has given up. All right, we'll try to... We have 12 minutes. We're going to try to figure this out. Okay. So what I think it is we need to find the number of consecutive lines starting at the top that are of length 4 or greater. I only make pages in HTML. No worries. I think what we have to do is we have to iterate. We have to find every row that is of 4 or greater. And consecutive? I think it has to be consecutive. Though if we look in their example case, like I would think... Oh, I see. This is what they mean. So, yeah, it is consecutive rows that are of at least length 4, starting from the top. But you could get, yeah, the dots are the portion that you keep. So if we look at the example where it got cut, basically this was the longest row, or the shortest row still intact. And so we need to do a straight line down that does that. And that gives us the area. The area is just the number of rows times the width. All right, let's try to figure this out. I think we're going to do one pass. Coder in Black has also given up. That's okay. But we're going to do one pass to find the shortest... the shortest row, consecutive row, that is longer than 4. All right, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, shortest row that is larger than the title. So, so we'll say like shortest index starts off as like -1, and then we're going to iterate. Well, actually, we'll start it off at 0. No. Shortest index and shortest length. That was a lot of reading, wasn't it? So let's say the shortest length is 4, because the word quiz needs to appear in the result. And the shortest index is going to be 0, potentially, because it could just be the first row where everything was ripped off. Okay, so the last row is 4 in length, but it's excluded because you can add a column greater than 4. Oh, that's a good point. Thank you, Shellcodes. So, oh, no. Actually, I don't think it is included. The area that we want a consecutive square. So it actually is just the dotted area, I believe. We'll figure it out. So we're going to look at each line. Each line is going to have a length. And yeah, it's only the dotted part. Yeah, so and it includes the title. Okay. 42 dots. All right. These variables might not work, but we'll figure it out. So this is going to be each line, because our input gives us the number of lines than each line. Okay, so we're going to look at each line. And really, I mean, initially we want to find the longest line before we find a shorter line, because then that ends what we could actually cut off. Larry is already done. That's fine. That's fine. We have how long? 10 minutes? We have 8 minutes. 9 minutes. Fine. Okay. So we'll say if, I guess shortest index could just be, I don't know. Do we have a range of the maximum length of a line? 200. Height of the paper? Do we have the maximum width of the paper? I don't know. For these initial tests, I'm just going to set it to, well, not the shortest index, but the shortest length. We're just going to set it to like 100, I think. Okay. First input is the height, but it's not the width. So I'll say if line.length is less than the shortest length, then we'll say shortest length equals line.length, and we'll say shortest index equals I, okay? And so this is going to find the place, or basically find the row which we're going to match every other item to. So let's just print out shortest length and shortest index. See what we get? The first one, assignment to a constant variable. Where? Oh, these need to be let. I can't reassign these consts here. This has got to be let, and this has got to be let. All right, one step at a time. Okay, so we got 4 and 7. So what is that? 4 is the shortest length. The shortest index is 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, and we can see, I believe if we click this, we can see what the input is for this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So that was the shortest length because it was the last one, but we want to find the shortest consecutive length. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure this out. This is tricky. So basically we need to stop. We need to stop when we go from here to here. I guess we could keep track of like longest, shortest. Remove the entire bottom row. But the bottom row could be a part of the solution. Optimize space. I'm not sure what we do though. How to do that. Thanks for the follow, Ziad. Much appreciated. Did I miss any other follows? Prinz Jaimo, thanks for the follow as well. Okay, now I'm just procrastinating. How can we know? Is it supposed to be 7 by 6? I thought it could be any area at all. And thanks for the follow, the Misk as well. Okay, no greater than 200. All right, so actually this should be H. Six rows, 7 columns. Keep track of the area at each line. Ah, I love it. Okay, good call at Rastus Park. So let's say total area. Because we could see, okay, yes. So, if the length is longer than the shortest length, we now need to calculate the area. So let's say, max area starts off as 0. Okay, and then current area. So we'll say current area including the line that we're just on. And that's going to be the line.length times I. Because that's going to be the total area. And so if the current area is greater than the max area, then we're going to reassign it and we're going to include this in our paper. Okay, so here we go. Now I should get, no, I got 4. If the current area, so line.length times where we are, I plus 1. I plus 1, right? Right? Yeah. Nope, I'm still getting 4. What I'm expecting here is I should get 5 because I want that. Let's see. How much time do I have? I have 4 minutes. All right, let's see if I can debug this in my editor. Okay, I think we're on the right path, though, Acid Spark. Thanks for that suggestion. And shellcode says, what if I created a rectangle on the first line of max size, then make a rectangle use the length of the next line and check which is larger? Yes, so this is, I believe this is the same thing that Acid Spark is saying. Do it quick, I need your sleep. The same thing Acid Spark is saying, where we basically keep track of the area as we go along, and if the area ever gets smaller, we're basically done. Okay, I'm going to try to do this inline here. Return that, like that. Reads equals 0. Reads plus plus. I don't know, there's probably a better way to do this. Actually, what is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be 8. Okay. If we print each line, that's going to give us quiz, that. Okay. If the line.length is less than shortest length. All right, and let's log what our current area is. The line.length is never less than the shortest length. Why is that? I'm setting shortest length to 8. 200, okay. So that runs. Shortest length equals line dot. Oh. Do I have like a really long length in here somewhere? Hello, Sledge Dog. Welcome. All right, I'm gonna stop trying to run it. We'll try to debug this with our minds, without trying to run it line by line. Okay. Calculate the area for each line area, then return the largest number. Oh, I should have split it into an array. Okay. All right, let's go back. How much time do I have? I only have a minute. Ah, okay, I can't. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to make it that. Okay. Line.length is less than the shortest length. If the current area equals the line length times the current row that you're on. And so if we're on row 1, the area is the length of that line. If that current area is greater than the max area, greater than or equal to the max area, set the shortest length, set the shortest index. I have to update max. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to do that. I did that in the last problem too. Okay. And then actually we should just be able to return Are we returning the area? Oh man, am I gonna run out of time? I'm gonna run out of time. No! No! Do I have print? Get rid of the print. Get rid of the print. 32. What? What? Is it just I? It's not I, is it? It can't just be I. No! I ran out of time. Well, that's okay. We tried our best. We tried our best. Pass in my current code. Larry got 100. Okay, so a lot of people figured it out. And Koga, who's also from Coding Game, Boga from Coding Game, and Nono from Coding Game figured it out. And Tabode got 55%. Okay. Whew. That was fun. I didn't get it. Andrew said, I got 22% with your solution. I guess I got... Wait, did I get 22%? Oh, technically I did. Look at that. I solved 22% of the cases. So that's pretty good. Just only run my code 22% of the time. Yeah, does anyone see... Oh, actually, I have to go. I have to go to work. And I'm late. I'm sorry, everyone. Thanks for all the follows if I missed them. Thanks, Flaxamon and Rashkin Naraj. And anyone else that followed, thank you very much. Shout out to all the live coders that were hanging out, Larry and Shell Codes, and Alkabot, who's been here. And thanks for the follow, okay. But I gotta go. Thank you for hanging out. Probably tune in either Thursday or Friday. We're gonna do this again early in the morning. You're all great. You're wonderful. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're gonna raid someone, so stick around for that raid. And be sure to copy the raid message. But wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this.